Yep.
It's sad is that a guy that has so much ability just wasted it. He didn't care. And for me, the way I look at it, Skip, when guys don't care, I don't care either. And I used to tell my kids this all the time. I can't want something more than you want it for yourself.
Yep.
So me wanting this, if this is not what you want, we're wasting our time. So pick out something that you want, wherever you want to go to school, whatever you want to major in, do that. Because I don't want you to get to be 30 and say, well, Dad, I only did this because you wanted me to. Hell no, you didn't. Your dad lived his life. Your dad did what he wanted to do. Do what you want to do.
Yep.
Well, Johnny Manziel did exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to be good at football for a little while, party, have a good old time. Talk about, oh, Robbie, you know, do this right here, party all day, all night. Just like he said after the game, Skip, we lose, we booze.
Yep.
He thought that was cute. Nice catchphrase. Bro, do you realize people laugh at you? They laugh at you. You're a joke. And you wasted all this ability for what? For so long, Skip, in high school, they made excuses for Johnny, and Johnny Manziel's money could get him out of anything.
That's true.
And his ability could get him out of anything. They made the excuses for him at the very thing that they suspended Todd Gurley for. They suspended him for half a game.
Yep.
The man said, oh, he signed 4,000 items for free. Really? As a Heisman Trophy winner, Skip.
He did.
But that just goes to show you.
Half a game against Rice.
Right. And Todd Gurley missed, what, 4 games? They suspended A.J. Green for the same thing because they had a jersey. Man,
He was the biggest draw in college football.
He was, Skip.
And they knew it.
What is this? Skip, he played in this. What is this? Some beer league?
The Fan Controlled Football League. The Zappers.
Skip, this should be beneath Johnny. Skip, this is embarrassing.
So to your point, if you told me during the 2012 college football season that Johnny Manziel would wind up playing in the Fan Controlled Football League in 2021, I would have laughed in your face. This kid, are you kidding? He was on his way as a redshirt freshman. It was his first year starting to winning the Heisman
Trophy, Skip.
He beat St. Nick at Tuscaloosa, 29-24. He threw a late touchdown pass on a corner route where I just said, that's just too good.
Yes.
He was fearless. And against my Oklahoma Sooners in the Cotton Bowl that year,
he beat the brakes
what
off
he
y'all.
did? Lord
He beat the
have
brakes off
mercy.
y'all.
516 total yards. He threw for 287, but that's not what he rushed for 229. That was on 17 carries. That's 13.5 yards a carry. Every time he took off, he was just gone.
Yeah, he beat the brakes off y'all.
Against Mike Stoops' defense. He was the coordinator. I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't you understand who he is? They knew going in what he was, and they couldn't deal with it.
Right.
They were co-winners of the Big 12, and they couldn't deal with it.
Nope.
So he wins a Heisman Trophy, and then right away in the offseason, I'm like, Johnny, what are you doing? First thing we hear about, he goes to the University of Texas, their rival school, A&M versus Texas. In the old days, back in the old Southwest Conference days, it's their blood rivals. And he goes to Austin, to the University of Texas, and raids a frat party and causes a fight.
Yeah.
You think he was in his right mind when he did that?
No.
No, he was not. And I began to read about he drinks hard liquor already. He's he's into, when they win or lose, they booze. In fact, could we hear that little clip from after the game the other night with the Zappers?
We'll keep getting better as the weeks go on, but good start even with the loss. No win or lose, we booze on the Zappers.
Okay, that just summed him up because he had issues with alcohol, which I believe led to some issues with drugs. And in the end, you nailed it. He prioritized partying over playing professional football.
Yeah.
And he admits now, I just never really wanted to play professional football. It wasn't my goal.
It wasn't his dream, yeah.
No, it wasn't his dream. And so he goes to Houston. Houston had the first overall pick. And again, I was pushing. I said, if I'm Houston, I'm thinking hard about him because he played at College Station, which is just right up the road from Houston.
Even John Gruden, he was on ESPN at the time, said, hey, I would take him, but I wouldn't look back.
And he said that on the show I was on, which was First Take. At that point, John Gruden flat out said that when I asked him, I'm not going to look back. I'm taking that kid. Wow, you are.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you'd have been fired.
Okay, and I thought my Cowboys would be intrigued, and I think Jerry wanted to do it so badly. And they're sitting at 16, and he went 22nd overall. And I believe Stephen Jones, it's almost become legendary,
Zach Martin.
did say, Jerry, we can't do this.
Because that's probably what he said to Jerry, because they call him Jerry. They don't call him Dad.
Jerry. He calls his dad Jerry. Jerry, we just can't. We can't. Because they had Zach Martin rated like at the top of their board.
And plus the thing is, Skip, when these first-round picks, these teams have spent so much money. They know everything you've done. They done talk to your teachers. You don't know anything about it. They done talk to your friends. They done walked up to talk to some of your friends, and they think that's a total stranger.
Yep.
But that's somebody in the organization getting a feel for what you like. And the guy, what's the receiver, Skip, from Oklahoma State, came after Dez, went to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Blackman.
Yeah, Blackman.
Skip. Guy says, hey.
He had issues, too.
Went to the bar. He said, every day, I went for a week. He was at the same bar at the same time, drinking.
Yep. Okay.
We took him off our board. Jacksonville took him within a year out of the league.
That is true. So right now, Texas A&M fills up a 103,000-seat stadium that is the house that Johnny built.
The house.
103,000 seats was because of this kid. Mm-hmm. He just ignited a great tradition. He sort of reignited it.
Reignited, yeah.
Yes. And I'm thinking, okay, and remember, Dow Loggins was the quarterback coach in Cleveland, and he's the one who, legend has it, around the draft table. Talked the owner into, hey, he showed him a text from Johnny, take me, and the quote was, let's wreck the league. You're going to wreck the, no, you're not going to wreck
franchise.
Yeah, well, you're going to wreck yourself, which he quickly did.
He did.
He said he didn't study, he didn't care, he's partying.
Well, that became very obvious.
Right, and he lived in a hotel. Then he had all kinds of domestic issues. It was one thing after another. And I have to watch him on Saturday, whatever it was, night. I didn't watch it. I just saw the clips. Yeah. That he's playing for the Zappers. What? And look at his quotes. Feels like I'm super washed up, but I still had a blast because that was he was having fun playing football because nobody cared.
Right.
There's no pressure.
You are super washed up. You didn't lie.
That was the most fun I've had in a while, he said. He was laughing about it. You see me get caught from behind? Oh, like it was funny to him. Boy, times have changed. This definitely is 2021. And in the game, he went 1 of 5 for 11 yards throwing.
Yeah.
Okay?
The man said, I'm super washed up. Mm-hmm. He's like, he knows it.
But he enjoyed it because nobody cared. No pressure.
Nope.
It's like backyard football, and I guess that's what he wanted to play. That's where he was at his best playing, quote-unquote, backyard football. Yeah. And
he like they played the Turkey Bowl, Skip, where the old guys get together on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
They
like
used to play football. They played the Turkey Bowl.
No,
That's a televised Turkey Bowl.
Wow. It's just so sad. And he became best friends with Josh Gordon.
Yep.
They lived a whole offseason together out here in Los Angeles and West Hollywood. They got an apartment together. And it was some crazy times because they were clubbing every night.
Think about it, Skip. He was taking pictures with LeBron, Drake.
He was.
In the offseason.
He was.
A kid in college. This kid in college.
LeBron loved him.
You're taking pictures with Drake?
Yeah.
With LeBron?
Yeah.
You front row of NBA Finals game and you're everywhere.
Everywhere. He was something. He was a celebrity.
Yes.
Of the highest order. And he's still got, like, it kid about him. I'm sure when he still goes to the club is all gaga over Johnny Manziel just came in. Johnny Football.
What could have been. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do a story, one of those Skip, where are they now and what could have been. You know, one of these 30 for 30s or something like that. He's going to be a prime candidate.
You know, I got to know him fairly well. And I got to tell you, if you're around him, he's fun to be around.
Right.
Seems like a pretty good guy and smart as a whip. Just smart as a whip. And you waste all that?
Waste.
He drinks hard liquor already. He's into, when they win or lose, they booze. In fact, could we hear that little clip from after the game the other night with the Zappers?
We'll keep getting better as the weeks go on, but good start even with the loss. Win or lose, we booze on the Zappers.
Okay, that just summed him up because he had issues with alcohol, which I believe led to some issues with drugs. And